Firewood yard. I got a trailer load full of oak that needs to be resplit and put in the bin. Here we go. So yesterday I processed 2 trailer loads full of oak by myself. Went pretty well, got a lot of it done, still got a lot to go. But I got a trailer load full here, and then there's a trailer load full over by the processor yet, and I'd like to get them both split, resplit, and all the chunks that are good to go thrown into the bin, which is right here. And we got some pallets we brought over here that we're going to be able to build the bin bigger. The splitter is right here, so what I do when I know I'm going to be doing resplits or a lot of splitting, I just usually leave the splitter outside. I don't always put it away in the barn, because we do keep it in the barn a lot of the time. But I just have a couple of tarps I just throw over the top of it in case. I just got a sliver. Oh, that was a good one. Just in case that it rains or something like that, because I want to try to keep the engine dry, obviously, and keep the water out of the hydraulic fluid. So there she is. And so the first thing I got to do is build the bin a little bit bigger, and then get the splitter in place, and I'm going to start splitting. Just going to start building onto the bin. I got a text from one of my regular customers, and he needs some firewood, and he wants a face cord, third of a cord, a rick, a truckload full of pine, which is fine. So I'm going to load it up right now, because I'm not going for another 3-4 hours to deliver it. And so I've got some time, 3 hours I think I got to be there. Yeah, it's about noon now, I'll be there around 3. So I'm going to load it up. Well, I got everything in place, and I got my dorky looking Walter hat on, because there's not much wind today, and it's sunny, and it's supposed to get into the mid 80s, which for me is hot. I'd prefer 50s. So I got the wood ready to go. I tipped up the trailer, got the splitter in place, filled it up with gas. I got the bin built. It is splitting time. There's still a lot of wood in there, but I got a lot of wood in here, and I have to go do my delivery now. I've been splitting now for, I don't even know, hour and a half. And I've had some big wood, which makes for big splits. So if I had the right size wood, you know, 8 to 12 inch stuff with the right wedge, which is probably like that 8-way, maybe the 12-way, I don't know. But there it is. I got a bunch of it done. I'm way over halfway, so that's good. All right, we're gonna go do the delivery now. The wood is already in the truck. It's already loaded. There it is. Here we go. I am back from my delivery, and I got my dorky hat on again because it's getting hot out here. I just soaked it. This is a hat, in case you haven't been around before. This is a hat my wife got me about a year ago, and you get it wet. I got 2 of them actually. One, the black one I had in earlier is the same thing, but it's just a baseball style hat. But this you soak with water, and it keeps your head really nice and cool. It's pretty awesome. So that's what's left. I'm going to split the rest of that, and then we'll see what we can get done for the rest of the day. So it's time to start up the beast again and get her splitting. So we backed up the trailer here. We got the splitter in place. We added on some. We got 1 trailer load full. Napoleon's done with his bike ride. And the tractor is on regen. It decided to do its thing. We were over there shoving off the chips, and it started doing the chugging. It was going, so I knew it was coming. Because it hasn't done it in quite a while. Usually I run at high enough RPM that it's not an issue, but we'll make the cage a little bigger here. So there's the hole we made. The wood is in. That took the 2 of us about a minute.
3 minutes?
If that, it was fast.
3 minutes, so, 2 of it was setting up the camera.
Yeah, I'm gonna go deliver the wood now. I am back in my old wood yard after my delivery. I had to stop here because I have some work I have to do inside. So I thought I'd come outside and finish the video here. And I thought I'd tell you a little bit about this guy that I just delivered wood to now. Both deliveries today were brothers, both from Albania. They've been here 20 some years. And the one brother I just delivered to, I've never met him before. He's a new customer. And he told me that he wanted to know, you know, what kind of chainsaw I use. And I told him, I use Husqvarna, but I've used Stihl's. He said, I use Stihl. And he said when he was in his home country, Albania, he cut and sold firewood as a teenager from 14 to 17 years old. And he said people there only burn oak, but they heat their house with it and they cook with it. Nobody burns for fun. He said, very poor country. He said his dad was a professor. His dad made $300 a month. So And he said he was paid pretty good. He said that's why he wanted to get to the United States where he can make some real money, he told me. And he said it's just the greatest country there is to live in. He said he absolutely loves it here. But he sold wood with, he took horses, 2 horses with a cart and his chainsaw, and he'd go up into the mountains and he would cut oak firewood, bring it down, he would sell it. And I asked him how much he got, and he said, well, it was by the meter. So he said a cubic meter, he said he sold for $25. And he said in a week he could cut 5 or 6 or 7 of them, and he was making more money than his dad as a professor teaching at a university there. And they tried to take his business from him at one time. They tried to take his horses and his chainsaw, and apparently his uncle, he said, was in the police force, and when they found out what his name was, they said, oh, we will leave you alone. He said everything's very political there, and he said if you're not on the inside, you're on the outside. And he said it is a scary place to live, and it's like that, he said, in a lot of places around there. He said he was best day of his life when he got his citizenships here in the United States, him and his wife. And he said he absolutely loves it here. But it's cool. He was telling me about the wood there. He says we cut it smaller, and he said it only is used for cooking or heating. We would not burn just for fun like here. I said, yeah, literally, my customers that I sell to for the most part, I said, they're pretty much burning money. He said, yes, that's true. He says, we are. So he bought a load of pine, and he's gonna use it on his new patio that he just had put on. So pretty interesting. So that's it for today, folks. You know what to do. Poke the buttons. I'll be back tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. with another video just for you. Between now and then, go watch all my videos. It'll be good for you. Good night, Irene.